Once you own a dhow, you just become a part of that community. They appreciate it. And the name of our dhow is Ororomela, which in the local dialect means hope or a confident expectation. What we did is we headed north, probably for about, say 30 miles or so. And the first place where we landed, you guys saw the village was just right there on the water. And our reception in that place was less than friendly. You know, as soon as you get off the boat, well, what do you want? Well, we'd like to talk to the chief. Well, I'll take you to him, but you need to pay me, and you need to rent this guy's canoe. And I had people asking, I had no sandals on. I was carrying my sandals in my bare feet, and I had people asking me for my sandals. So I said, well, if I give you my sandals, what am I going to wear? He says, oh, you'll get other sandals somewhere else, you know? And it was just complete exploitation of, here are the foreigners, let's take advantage of them as we can. So eventually a guy there took mercy on us and said, no, 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 if you get back on your boat and go into this inlet, you'll find a path that'll take you to the chief. So we did that, went up that inlet, and we found this little sandbank in the middle of these mangrove swamps. It was absolutely beautiful, but it was an absolute island. It was just completely surrounded by water. And it was our boat pulled in, a couple of canoes and one other boat. And as we landed, out comes this local fisherman with his buddy. And we shook his hand. His name was Nahota Olvera. And he said, sure, I'll take you to see the chief. Well, we were wading through mangrove swamps. We walked for probably about 5 miles, was probably what the round trip was, through ebony forests and all kinds of different things. Got to the chief's house, and he's not there. But our guide was faithful and turned around, walked us all the way back in the dark. Otherwise, we would have been completely lost back to our boat, and we spent the night there. For me, that was one of the highlights of the trip, to get to meet this local fisherman. As we pull up in this deserted place, we could have spent the whole night there and never met anybody else. But he comes walking out there, and that's our person of peace. In the morning, we were fortunate enough to repay the favor and tow his fishing crew to the place where they needed to fish, so I felt good about that. Well, we headed out, went a little bit further up the coast to the main city, the main town in that area, came ashore there, and we were very blessed to find somebody that had a car on the beach, gave us a ride into the village, and we found what we call the chefe de posto, the government representative in that area. And lo and behold, there's the king we were looking for the day before, which is obviously excited to see him. He was going to save us some walking distance. And he's a paramount king over an area that's probably maybe 30 miles long. Lots and lots of villages, about 15,000 people. And we just received a very warm reception from them. They welcomed us. They ask us a typical question. As soon as you get off the boat and you're getting to meet these people, they're trying to figure out who you are, where you fit into these categories. Are you here to do business? Are you going to find me work? What are you doing? And it was typical of the chef de posto. When we gave him our document, his question to me was, so are you Muslim or are you Catholic? Those are the two categories, you know, you can't be anything else. And that's part of the tension when you come into an area, is you're not Catholic, you're not Muslim, you're trying to identify a whole new group of people that are followers of Christ and what that means. And how you explain that to a chef de posto in 5 minutes or less is very difficult. But we told them that we were there to share the stories of the before prophets. You know, the Nabi dhow, Nabi Nuh, Nabi Ibrahim, Nabi Musa, Dawood, Suleimani. And as they're going through this, they're going, wow, these guys are masters, you know, they're masters of this stuff. And I think that opened the doors. The guy who's along with us that's going to do the writing for the story greeted somebody saying, Salam alaikum, and immediately the king responded to him, oh, Sheikh, you know, like the leader of the mosque. So just that vocabulary already was an open door for us, and open doors for us. So we got a warm reception, come back anytime, we'll get the community together and you can talk with the whole community. More and more, we plan on using the boat just like we were using it in this trip. We've used it before like this, and we plan on doing that more. We've used it with our other brothers and sisters in Christ from the interior to transport them to meetings and to go visit their churches and so forth. But they're a little bit more reticent to get on the boat and experience that. For us, it's been a great opportunity because owning a dhow, once you own a dhow, then you end up in this community, and you're getting to meet mariners and captains and fishermen and dhow masters and al-kalfati, a guy that will put the cotton in your dhow, and you just become a part of that community. They appreciate it. And the name of our dhow is Ororomela, which in the local dialect means hope or a confident expectation. And so people see that and they notice it immediately and go, how do you know the meaning for this word? Do you know what it means? And that just opens an opportunity for us to share the gospel and to become even more part of their community.